Automatrics MTrack theft recovery operation. It's Monday the 10th of May 2021. So we took a call this morning from a plant company in Wales reporting that they'd had one of their Bomag rollers stolen. It's a BW80, which is an 800mm roller, a ride-on roller, worth about 12 to 16,000 pounds depending on condition. I think this one's quite new, so they're keen to get it back. It was stolen this morning around about 5 o'clock, stolen from Cardiff area, South Wales. We had an update around about 6:30 this morning before the customer called on a heartbeat update, and that was reporting just on the west side of the Severn Bridge. So it was still in Wales at that point. Then we've had to wait now till like 1 o'clock to get this unit into alarm. It's connected, and we've now got a new cell site location, Avonmouth, and that's south of the M4, but now it's showing on the English side. And pretty soon after we got the cell location, we actually picked up a GPS position and also a what 3 words location, and that location is sort of showing Avonmouth Tesco area distribution centre. Now obviously a stolen machine is not going to be in a Tesco distribution centre, so we're a little bit nervous. Is it on the edge of this distribution centre, or is it actually has the tracker been located and put onto another truck and then we're tracing another truck? That could always be a possibility, but we haven't received a tamper alarm, so we've had no indication that the unit's been removed so far. So current time is 3:20. The unit's been in alarm since 1 o'clock, so a couple of hours. All right, so we've got quite a proactive police force in South Wales with plant theft, and we've worked with them several times, and I've also been on the phone with them this morning, and they're taking an active response on this theft. They're sending some guys to that location, and we hope to meet and rendezvous with them there. Now there's been some talk about the possibility of having a stakeout at this location. It's always a bit of a difficult scenario to do a stakeout because you don't know how long it's going to be and how much resource it's going to take up. It could be that the police can allocate some resource at this location for like 12 or 14 hours, and it's quite a long time. They're very keen to obviously catch the culprits or catch people involved in the next phase of this theft operation. So in order not to draw attention to ourselves, we've decided to meet with the police and the customer, who's also obviously got an interest in what's going on at the moment, at a local sort of train station quite close to where this depot is. So we're about 40 miles from that location, and I expect we'll have a phone call from the police and the customer within the next 20 minutes to say that they're at that location and asking for our ETA. So far so good. We just got to hope that tracker's still on this machine. Hi Gavin.
Hi mate, we're all here. How far away are you?
Half a mile I think. Yes, I'm just nearly there. So I'm just coming through Compton.
Alright, we'll shoot from there.
Alright then mate. Okay, so we're just approaching rendezvous point. The customer's going to be here, and also South Wales Police. Looks like we're coming up to the station now. We'll get the vehicles parked, and then we'll just have a discussion about what's the next course of action.
Hi good?
Hi John, alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a drive around the front, but they say you can't get in that place.
So we're just waiting to see if we can get into this Tesco distribution centre. Trackers reporting around the back. There's obviously private land, there's no way in there. Looks like they're going to let us in now. So we need to go right around the back. I've just got to do some signing in on the door. Security. Yeah. So it's going to be hard to believe that someone from Tesco, a driver from Tesco, is stealing plant equipment. So it's looking more like the tracker is going to be on the back of one of these trailers, and bandits are playing silly buggers with us. But so I think we find this roller, it'll be an absolute miracle now. But you know, miracles can happen. Yeah. Right, we've got permission. Just need to be careful now with these trailers. Plenty of trailers in there. I think this is going to be an on-foot job. I transfer to the handheld one. It's going to be stuck on one of these trailers, isn't it?
What's the other side of the fence?
Well, I should be able to tell if it's the other side of the fence.
How deep in the machine was it buried?
That's the thing. Normally they're pretty well buried. So we're in the truck park, Tesco's truck park, and it's literally exactly where that what three words was, the GPS. And yeah, our fears have come true. It looks, yeah, definitely it's been removed. So we were looking in around all the back of these trailers. We were picking up the signal really close to this trailer. We looked underneath the trailer, looked inside the trailer, we opened the door up, went all the way around, and we still couldn't find it. And then with the signal, we sort of stuck the thing behind us, and it was there just on the bloody fence post. So yeah, someone's taken it off in here. So blast. Double blast.
Hello.
Hi, Jax.
I think I'm it.
We've got the
Oh, I don't.
We've got the
You've
tracker.
got the tracker only.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's on the back.
Where was it?
Someone put it on the back of the fence there, resting it on the
Oh.
fence.
Oh, crikes.
So the machine's gone.
So, oh no. So there must have been a scene there somewhere or another. Wonder if Tesco's have got any CCTV.
Well, I think they probably just put it on the truck, and one of the drivers noticed it and thought, I'll leave it on the side here and the owner will come and get it if it's working. Yeah, so it's a good test of the system, you know.
So was it actually in the Tesco yard, that side of it?
Yeah. The police have had to gain entry onto the system and let me in, and then I used the RF inside it. There's no way we would have got it without the police being there. So
No.
we would have just gone up to the fence and then said it's behind. But we had to rule out the possibility it wasn't in the back of one of these trailers, because you don't know, you know.
Yeah, no, that's right.
So
Oh, how disappointing.
won't be happy now, but then, you know, they hide them, don't they? So they've got to make a better job of it.
Yeah. And they were told about the tamper, weren't they? So
Okay.
All right,
I'll
then
call you
I'll
a bit
put a
in
note on the
minute.
log.
All right, cheers, bye.
All right
bye,
then.
bye.
Okay, bye.
John's asking me about the tamper because the tamper was out, yeah. So I said I think the tamper was ignored when it was
The day that they fitted it.
the day that they fitted it.
Yeah, the 30th of the 3rd. You emailed them.
What? That it was ignored? That there was a tamper issue.
Yeah. The message, the message says, emailed Michael on tamper in the yard and have ignored until he can revert back.
Okay. All right.
All right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right then. Bye-bye.
Okay, so the police have left, the customer's left. Obviously he's disappointed that we've just found the tracker. Just before customer departed, we wanted to just check on the tamper because we've got a tamper switch on this tracker and it didn't activate or didn't give us an alarm. Yet we know that when we found it on the back of the fence inside Tesco's there, distribution centre, that the tamper device had triggered. So we went back and had a look at the records, and we've just got a note on the system to say when the unit was fitted for this customer, that they not long after it was fitted, the actual unit came adrift and the tamper was tripped just about half an hour after it was fitted. So we contacted them to let them know that the tamper had been tripped and could they refit the unit, and we had to ignore the tamper while they did that. So that's what the situation was. The tamper was actually ignored, awaiting the customer to refit the device. So it could be that this unit had been fitted and slightly dropped position and they didn't respond to that, and that could have been part of the reason why they were able to find this tracker, because it had slipped position and may have been in a sort of a more compromising location. It could have slipped down and been visible or something. So we've had a bit of a wash up and a brush up about the fitting, because obviously this isn't how it's supposed to work. Obviously we're supposed to get the machine back, but on this occasion it hasn't gone our way. So all we can do is make sure that reinforce that when the customer fits their devices that they ensure they're well hidden, and that they don't slip out of position, and if they do slip out of position that they can relocate them and we can re-enable the tamper device that's on the unit. Good for South Wales police to come out, and no way we would have got access into Tesco's here to go around and check the back of their trailers without the police helping us through there. Obviously the customer was here a little bit before I was, and they had a little skeg around the back of the fence and there was nothing. So why it was on the fence we don't know. Possibly a driver had noticed it on the trailer, thought what the hell's that, and just realised it was a tracker and took it off and thought, well, if the tracker's any good, they'll find it if I leave it on this fence post out in the open. So it was a bit of a worry, and it was sort of what was expected. Once we picked up that RF signal like a mile away, that strong, I could tell it was not in the machine. It's just, you would not have it that strong. So you get to know these things. Oh well, we haven't won the day on this one, but we'll be back, and overall we get far more recoveries than we get losses. So that's one down to the bandits on this one, but we'll be back, and thanks very much for watching.